Greetings, I am Lies, and we are now loading. Oh,
yeah!
And
I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
I am very excited.
So, years ago, for Christmas, someone bought me a copy of Okami.
Yes.
And they bought it for the Wii. And
it's true.
I never ever played it, even though it looked freaking beautiful. Oh, look, it's Cryware.
It's Cryware. Where originally this poor thing was actually done by Clover Studio. This was I think their last game. They were the group that did. Do you remember the game series Beautiful Joe?
Not a bit. No.
Beautiful. Play using the Joy-Con. In this game, you can use motion control.
That's cool. I'm probably not going to use motion controls. I'm probably going to want to hold the thing still, because I'm one of those people that would use a controller aggressively. Oh, wait, it has the text sound. What is that sound? It has the fake...
Yes, the fake language thing.
Yeah, but I don't know what that's called. There was a tiny village.
It's really good.
The petals are super cute.
Legend tells the horrible beastie
that threatened the residents. Oh, that is a lot of dragon heads. That is a much dragon.
Many
the
heads.
Wolf that risked it all to protect them. What is the name of that text device? Using
I can't remember.
The little fake language thing.
Can't remember.
Controlling the very fabric of existence. This wolf stood up against a beast many times its size. Bug. And banished the darkness. I love that it bonked its nose into a freaking tree. That's adorable. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility and fiery wolfiness. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf. So cute and fluffy.
Kawaii!
Oh no, look at that.
It's so good.
What is this shield thing on its back?
All
I know about this game. All I have ever seen about this game is the artwork. I've never even seen any memes or any other thing. I know nothing about this game.
Yeah, well, too bad. That's all you will ever know.
Wolf and ink brush style. That's it.
So a little bit of background also. So my friend Lies knows very, very little about this game, and actually I bought this game years ago for the PlayStation 2.
Oh no! Look at this.
And I also, I'm gonna spoil it for you. I also have a guide that was actually done by Brady Games. So,
like a printed out, old-fashioned physical guide, the ones you used to buy in game stores.
It's super cool, and they still have plenty of them.
Begin story.
So you're hitting the plus button.
Oh, sorry, it told me to do that, and I didn't read it. You must create a save data. Yes, that's fine.
That's totally fine.
Alright, new game. I can't continue, I don't have a game.
I know, too bad. So I bought this game, and I loved the ever-living crap out of this game. It was so pretty. I have to admit, I was also a little bit sort of about it, because people had gone off about it, and I wasn't really sure. See, I'm one of those people, the story is by Hideki Kamiyama. Excuse me.
Is it Hideki or Hideki?
Hideki.
Oh, okay.
Hideki.
They always say Hideki in the English ones, so I never know, because English translations are an experience. Experience. That's very pretty convention.
Is this the same thing?
Long ago. Okay, these ones I actually get to scroll through.
See how you have a little arrow?
A tiny hamlet known as Kamiki.
This is the same
Kamiki. So it just goes to the same thing?
Proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. I don't think it'll be exactly the same.
This is different. Each and every tree around the quiet burg, Iggisburg, was honored as a god. Yeah, this is different.
Yeah.
However, the village was not without its dark and terrible secrets.
Woo!
Skeletons in the closets and buried beneath the god trees. Oh,
it's true.
No, it is the same thing, isn't it? Or no? No, it is a little different.
Yeah,
To satiate the appetite of
Orochi.
A fearsome cave-dwelling beast.
So if anybody knows anything about this game, this story is so good because it integrates a lot of Japanese mythology into a single kind of story.
A young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival, and the 8 heads had to share.
Yes, pretty much.
With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse. Anyone were said to curse.
Curse.
You just look at the eyes, these cuss words scroll across.
You are full of so much shit.
So much shit. You're like, jerk. You tuna fish. You used Q-tip.
Right. You terrible, badly preserved.
Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow. Anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. Did it give orders?
Yes, actually, this is a very talky beastie.
And blah, 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 blah. Do all the heads talk together? Do they talk against each other?
No, they actually all have slightly...
Is there a primary head? When the night of the sacrifice drew near...
No.
We gave it to them. We just assume it was a sacrifice. No, it was a sacrifice because we lost it. A mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village with badass red highlights like a YouTuber.
You know, she looked like a white woman on YouTube.
The beautiful white women on YouTube with their awesome highlights and dye jobs. Okay, this wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed
Shiranui.
Shiranui. Thank you. I'm like,
Shiranui?
well, there's a space.
No, there isn't.
The R and the A are farther apart
Yes.
than the other letters, so that doesn't mean it's a space. But as far as dyslexia, every difference in spacing is very important.
Yes.
It's
But
Shiranui.
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 The wolf kept a watchful eye on everyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. Orochi!
Orochi-san! Even though technically it'd be Orochi-sama, because that's what that is.
Orochi-sama.
Orochi-sama.
One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome. I wanted it to be a crutch instead of a sword. So hard I wanted that to be a crutch instead of a sword.
Don't worry, you'll get your dumb stuff in this game. So the fun thing about this game is that it's got a lot of like folklore kind of humor in it too.
Alright.
Of like silly characters and like just...
Is it disrespectful to pronounce it Shiranui?
Probably,
Then
but
you're
you
gonna
can do
have
it
to
anyway.
you're gonna have to tell me how to pronounce it.
Shiranui.
Shiranui.
Yes.
Shiranui.
Shiranui.
Shiranui. Alright.
Shiranui.
The warrior, Nagi, attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but the wolf was dodgy and went, yo, dude, yo. But his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements.
You're
He went,
right.
I will go to the left. I will go to the right. I'm trying to go around you in the hallway, dude. Come on, we gotta pick a side. Pick a side.
Okami.
Cute wolf. Goodness.
Uh-huh.
This is so fun. There's like a scroll. I love it. Before long, the night of the Accursed Festival arrived. Everyone going out with their lanterns and their beautiful dress going, I hate this damn Accursed Festival. I made all these accursed treats for your accursed sacrifice.
I mean...
burn my accursed fireworks.
Again, my friend has no idea about this game, so please don't spoil this game. I know way more about it, but I also haven't played it for several years. So I'm really excited to do this replay, so please, if you know this game, don't spoil it.
So I'm Liz, and I'm holding the controller, and I am learning about this game, but also just like, I love Accursed Festival, where it's not someone going, there's damn kids in their Accursed Festival. It's literally, before the night of the Accursed Festival, everyone going, well, the Accursed Festival is coming up on the 10th, my dear. Yes, well, I will polish the shoes. A white plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice.
So basically you get a random lottery call of, like, for them it would
we
be...
shot an arrow in the air, whoever landed closest to it was
No,
fine.
they didn't do it, but basically Orochi
dragon
does it.
did,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into, ow, my foot. There we go. The home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden.
Because that always happens.
Because he went, Pep, I must have a beautiful maiden by your standards, but it's fine. I take a lot of time to understand your
Dragons
standards.
having weird standard, like going, I was so bored, I learned people's standards. That's
I was
true.
sitting here going, I'm angry and frustrated and grumpy. What will give
piss
the people
everybody off?
What will piss everyone off and thereby make them more interesting? They get really attached to the pretty ones. What are the pretty ones? That one looks pretty. No, they say that one's not pretty. Damn, I must study up on this harder. Alright, the most beautiful maiden, which of course in this case means most valuable.
Yes.
Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by the sight. Me writing conventions going, Nagi and Nami, if you don't know anything about your characters, those are names that are too similar for an immediate reader to keep separate very easily unless they have indicative like writing gendering.
Again, for this culture, yes. For our culture, no. The other thing is that because, you know, we're talking about the United States here, we have sometimes bad associations in relations to other languages, which is really sort of culturally, you know.
Which I'm confident that Nagi and Nami are gendered names in their culture, but it's like if somebody has their two primary characters named, you know, Jenny and Jane. It can be hard to, if you don't distinguish them immediately, remember which one's which.
Well, I mean, it should be really obvious. One of them's got a big, huge, blocky background, and the other one's much smaller and has a weird hat.
Talking about text on a page. You can't see them, my dude.
No, see, but we've already made distinctions.
It's okay, I'm like, does he have like his profile is wildly different than hers. Hers, smooth forehead, very distinctive nose, you know, descending chin line. Him, do you have like a wild beard, or are you like
You'll find out,
animal?
actually.
Are you like a cute, fuzzy, petable thing?
Come on.
Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. He did the Thor move and dressed up as the bride.
Yes!
That's beautiful. He's like, it's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
This is totally what human beautiful women look like.
Uh-huh.
And the dragon went, I believe you. Oh, the moon cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, wearing a beautiful wedding gown with a sword in the back, Wonder Woman style.
Uh-huh.
All right, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Blah, 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 blah. I just imagine this extremely terrifying scene where all the heads are perfectly still, eyes steady as anything,
Right.
and then their necks
Intense.
blah, 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 behind them. This frenzy of dissonance.
Uh-huh.
Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. I'm anxious. I mean, not anxious, but I love that anxious is 2 different ways. And she's going, I am nervous about this sacrifice. Woo! Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly, tearing his dress off in one swift motion. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night, hacking at the writhing necks, while the heads stared at him going, dude, what are you doing? I mean, Chica, what are you doing? I mean, is that a dude? It's dark in here, my dude.
It is called the Moon Cave, though, so maybe it's like really bright, really brilliant.
But it was as dark as evil itself. Maybe evil's not very dark.
Maybe evil's really bright.
Maybe evil is extremely bright, and it was just, it's a misleading text. I like how they have different little head ornaments. That's kind of adorable.
They do, and it's actually important.
Oh no. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch.
Which I
Nary
thought-
sounds so out of place in this
Left
text.
nary a scratch.
No, I know, but the rest of this sounds so much something else.
No.
To me,
No,
it
well,
does.
good for you. I'm like, it's been using various words here and there, peppering through, so
That's
I don't
fine. This one,
agree.
that feels very Old English suddenly, and the rest of it did not. Nary.
Nary a scratch.
Nary a scratch. The offended heads. He's like, at long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle. Dude, damn. Dropped to his knees, or at least one knee, fatigued and gasping for breath. Illustrator, looks better on one knee. Writer, I refuse.
Writer, it sounds dramatic.
He knew he was staring death in the face, in the many faces. I'm sorry, should I be taking this more seriously? I just want to have fun.
Fine.
Okay.
I'm just going, this is taking a lot of time to get
I'm
through
sorry,
something, so that's all.
It was then that the wolf appeared and lives went very slowly. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi.
Because
in
there's
the
not much to
darkness,
say.
in the dark of the cave, the wolf's coat showed brilliant. Alas, it was I can't do
Shiranui.
it. Shiranui. The
You
wolf.
can make it up if you want to.
No, I want to read it properly. I can do it. The wolf that dwelled outside the village.
The fun thing about Japanese is that every single one of the letters sounds exactly the same in whatever the heck you're saying.
Which is
So
nice.
I always sounds like I wherever it is in any of the words. A always sounds like A wherever it is in any word.
Shiranui?
Shiranui? There's no another I.
Shy?
Shiranui.
So it's you said it always sounds like I.
No. I'm just saying I will always sound like I. I'm not saying that I sounds
Makes a
like
long
I.
I
I'm just
sound,
saying
it
that
sounds
I just sounds like what it is for that language.
Bearing its fearsome claws. I don't know the Japanese sounds, I apologize.
That's right.
Shiranui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. What?
So the thing is, like Orochi, Shiranui.
I
So
know.
Orochi.
The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness, and our dude had to get out of there because he was gonna get squished.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Wah!
So many teeth.
Oh, many.
I apologize for making the Shadow Puppet show take too long. This is funny. This is fun. This is cute. I've been waiting to play this game for years. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continues.
You don't have to apologize. I'm just saying this is a lot for where you're asking questions. I'm like,
Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. I will blow on your fire. I light a candle. I blow it out. I light a candle. I blow it out. I just imagining this. It's that dynamite thing.
Oh yeah.
When I was lighting it, when I was putting it out, when I was lighting it, when I was putting it out.
And again, there's also the fact that, believe it or not, I've played this game before, so part of me is going like, but you know,
But get moving. You need to see things.
to play a thing.
All right. Apparently, this first episode is going to be all intro.
This is also
as Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistened, and a tree grew in front of his face, and bonk.
It's true.
A gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf, and it grew up to the roof of the cave, and it went, damn, I'm gonna be sad, but I have to only grow in the light of evil.
It became an evil tree.
Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, the tree, growing in the light of evil for many years, turned the color of evil itself, absorbing only evil and not chlorophyll, and not creating chlorophyll.
It's very good that trees adapt that fast.
Yes,
honestly.
Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson. Oh, they didn't have their red dye job until after this.
Nope.
Oh, baby, I feel sad. Stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Bah. I bark at you behind this tree. Rude! Rude! Rude!
Uh-huh.
Oh. Tree. Aye.
See, the thing that I think is fun is there are some of these poses in here that are definitely also pulled from the game itself, so it's very,
Okay.
There's fun
There's
things.
more to notice. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. I'm sorry, this is so like shonen anime at the moment of going, I cannot use the big move until I'm almost dead.
It's okay.
That's what it feels like.
This is folklore. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
This again, I'm not kidding. This is
the
actual
black clouds
folklore.
overhead. Were there black clouds inside the cave, or did we get outside the cave?
No, it's inside the cave.
Okay, dissipated. Whoosh, and the moon. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. He stood up again. He was
there's
there.
a level of like, this is not going to make sense because you're not into part of the game mechanics because there's something else going on here. Obviously, the trees are suddenly sprouting. Wind is coming out of nowhere. Moon inside of a cave is suddenly appearing. There's something.
Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. He knew it would do no good, except for this time with the moonlight it may. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome's heads separated from their owner, going, your sword was not properly blessed, my dude. You should have dipped it in moon water first.
Pretty much.
Right. You needed the holy water blessing. You didn't go to the priest first.
Priest!
And they're like, I didn't have that knowledge. Well, excuse me, where's your lore stat? You need to upgrade that.
Excuse me, you didn't roll high enough.
I did my lore. How do I fight the dragon? Take your sword. Damn. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. The two of them swam. Oh, God. Wah! In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. Foosh! And they were all drenched in blood.
Considering that it was Orochi, yeah, it makes sense.
I know, I'm fine with the curse being lifted. I'm just watching the blood, just like the style of like a horror movie, just gush down the streets of the town, painting everything red.
Except that you don't know where this is.
I don't know where
like
the
in
cave
relation,
is.
like this
I
cave?
assume the cave is far away, but it sounds funny to have it storybook style, where the convention on the page is that on one side the cave's right over here, and on the other side the town is right over here, and they're supposed to be thousands of miles apart, but you literally walk from one page to the other.
Especially in terms of folklore, anyway. Like what I always think is really fun about this story, anyhow, is like it really does kind of have that strange aura of like suddenly everything is really close by and it's all very well coordinated.
But before that, there was distances vast.
I
always love that in stories where even if they're being accurate to their magical experience of going, it's 7 days away. We got there tonight. We got there tomorrow. We came running back immediately, and then other things like that.
Yeah, it's
as the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. That's the village, right? Kamiki?
Yep, Kamiki village.
Kamiki village. Da-da-da. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. It was very sad.
It was a very sad down.
The village elders gently stroked the wolf's head, patting her bloody and matted hide. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark. That's my interpretation of a hoarse and pitiful bark. Then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. And everyone went, no!
Yeah, pretty much.
Quick, clap your hands. I believe in fairies. I believe in fairies. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. Oh, they made a shrine. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Pep,
Even though it's a very ordinary looking wolf, actually. It's just a white wolf.
They went mad and made it amazing.
They kind of did.
God wolf carving, it's fine. Artistic interpretation, I tell you. Artistic
This is what you want to see!
Yes!
Steal!
Nagi's sword was christened
Tsukuyomi.
Tsukuyomi. Okay, Tsukuyomi. Placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace and a festival that was not
keep
accursed.
going. We're just gonna have longer.
And not a cursed festival.
Uh-huh.
However, this is not the end of the story.
Uh-huh.
There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits inside the cave, and the tree still stood. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. They just celebrated the no longer accursed festival.
They went, yay, we all died!
Yay,
old age.
I mean, every one of us lived the 100 years, and we didn't even notice it pass by. It's fine. What is? Someone went inside the cave. All right.
Is this the legendary sword?
In the cave?
Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi?
I could be.
Orochi!
Pull the sword from the stone.
No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale.
Foosh. And then it
you
comes
brought
back.
it back because that was the seal.
Oh, because they went and sealed it dead with
Yes.
the sword. And then they failed to pass down their heritage effectively.
Uh-huh.
And so, you know what's happened?
Listen to your elders, bitches!
Elders, talk to your youths, bitches!
Except the fact is a lot of this is traditionalism.
Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds, speak the words. I wish darkness unto the world.
That sounds ominous. I don't know if I want to
Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power.
Boo! I don't wish to. Can I refrain?
Can I?
I'd
not
like
die?
to refrain. Wah! I was expecting more sound for that roar. I honestly was.
I mean, we're yelling, so...
No, it sounded like a whooshy sound. I mean, he did say he breathed air and such, but I was expecting... There are the writhing, wriggling necks of doom.
Blah, la, 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 la. If it doesn't look like King Ghidorah, I don't know what does it.
It's most King Ghidorah. So in the old wall scrolls where they depicted King Ghidorah...
Oh, right!
They added more heads for artistic embellishment.
I think they also, and speaking of Godzilla, they might have called King Ghidorah also Orochi at one point, but I don't remember.
Oh, alright. Well, that sounds cool.
Because I think it was definitely inspired
Alright,
by
so this looks like the beginning of the game, which
Yes!
means this is the end of episode 1!
Absolutely!
Oh, it's not. It will keep going?
Nope, hang on. It's totally fine. Don't push any button. Don't push any button.
Tragedy.
Yep, stop.
Sweat.
Stop.
I'm not touching any buttons.
Stop talking. We're going to move on. We're going to move on and do another episode. We're just going to come back into this, okay?
But the visuals, does it keep moving or does it stay there?
It'll stay there.
Yes! Alright, so, thank you so much for joining us. This is the beginning of our series where we're going to do Okami.
My friend won't believe. Okami. Not Okami.
I know, Okami.
You wanted to do
Okami.
You wanted to do Arcana so bad.
I know, Okami. And
Yes.
I have been nice.
And I have been Scandal.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!